for the evening. I appreciate it. Good. Hi, good evening. I don't want my back to you guys. My name is Donna Phillips. This is Lexi McKinney. We are co-presidents for the Mint Hill Women's Club. On behalf of the club, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to everyone, our community members, our candidates, our volunteers, and everybody who's gathered here this evening. Before we begin this evening, I'd like to make a couple of extra special thank yous. Paige McKinney for serving as our, as our timekeeper, thank you. I'd also like to thank Lee Bailey for being here tonight. And I saw Cheryl Smith a little earlier. Thank you very much, we appreciate it, doing the audio visual and setting up everything. I also want to thank Lieutenant Jacob Smith from the Mint Hill Police Department. Your support for the forum and the Mint Hills Club is greatly appreciated. I'd also like to express our gratitude to the candidates running for mayoral and commissioner municipal elections this year in Mint Hill. We appreciate your willingness to run for office and to be here tonight to answer questions presented by the community. Choosing to run for office is a significant act of service, and we respect the commitment you have made by putting yourselves forward. Finally, I would like to recognize and thank Ms. Suzanne Ellsbury, the moderator for this evening. Ms. Ellsbury is the President Emerita of the League of Women Voters for Charlotte-Mecklenburg. She graciously accepted our invitation to moderate our forum this evening. Ms. Ellsbury retired in June after serving 4 years as president of the League of Women Voters of Charlotte-Mecklenburg and expertly moderated the Mint Hill Women's Club forums for the last 3 years. Her experience and leadership in this role is invaluable. Please welcome Ms. Ellsbury to the podium to begin tonight's forum. Thank you.
Good evening again. Thank you, Donna. Welcome to the Nonpartisan Candidate Forum for the Board of Commissioners municipal election to be held on November the 4th, 2025. I am Suzanne Ellsbury, representing the League of Women Voters of Charlotte-Mecklenburg, and I am honored to serve as the forum moderator. I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce my predecessor as president of the League of Women Voters, Dolores Johnson Hurt. I followed in her footsteps. She served 5 years, I only served 4. The League is a 105-year-old nonpartisan organization of men and women committed to protecting and empowering the vote and to defending democracy. We have a long history of ensuring fair, nonpartisan candidate forums and debates and are delighted to participate this evening. I'd like to take this opportunity to ask the candidates who have not done so to share their candidacy information on our Vote 411 guide, which went live to the public on October the 9th. Please let me introduce our forum timekeeper this evening. She's Paige McKinney. That's Paige over there. She is President and CEO of the Mint Hill Chamber of Commerce. Paige will ensure our speakers adhere to their allotted time and that every participant has an equal opportunity. In a free democracy, it is vital for voters to choose their representatives and for candidates to make their positions available to them. This evening's candidate forum is not only a sign of courtesy to voters, but also a sign of a healthy, dramatic and democratic process. We hope you will gain the information you need to help determine your votes in this coming election. And now to the ground rules. The questions for the candidates have been submitted by members of the public. and we will address as many of them as time permits. Each candidate will be asked an equal number of questions on rotation and will be directed to all candidates present. No question will be directed to only one candidate or ever be of a personal nature. Each candidate is allowed a 1-minute introduction of their candidacy before the questioning round begins. During the questioning round, each candidate will have 1 minute for their respective answers. Following the question round, each candidate will each have a 1 minute for their closing comments. We ask that the time be used to summarize the issues already discussed and their vision for the position they seek. I will rotate throughout the order of the candidates for the opening statements and questions. During the opening and closing statement and questions, the timekeeper over there will hold up a yellow card after 30 seconds has elapsed and a red card when the allotted minute has expired. After a red card, a candidate will be allowed to finish their sentence. If the candidate exceeds the limit, however, I will have to interrupt. And now it's time to meet the 6 candidates present. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Pro Tem Dale Dalton, Dale is running for mayor and competing for the position of commissioner are Commissioners Tawana Henderson and Commissioner Patrick J. Holton. We also have Mr. Trey Long, Mr. Patrick O'Brien, and Mr. Matthew Schwabel. And they are also competing for the position of commissioner. Okay, that out of the way, we will begin the forum with 1 minute opening remarks by each candidate, and we'll begin alphabetically with Mayor Pro Tem Dalton.
Good evening. My name is Dale Dalton, married to Pamela Dalton. We've been married for 35 years. We have 1 child, Jessica, married to Dr. Christopher Colley, lives in Richmond, Virginia, 2 grandchildren. I'd like to thank the League of Women's Voters for coming out and conducting this tonight. Also, our town staff for being here and getting the systems up and running. I've been a commissioner for 10 years. 6 years of that, I've been Mayor Pro Tem. In my 10 years here, I've been the liaison for the Central Carolina Council of Government, Mint Hill Planning Department, Mint Hill Fire Department, Mint Hill Chamber of Commerce, Mint Hill Historical Society, and CARPO, which stands for the Charlotte Regional Transportation Planning Organization. And my community involvement is I'm a member of the Shiloh True Light Church. I'm a certified education teacher. I serve on the historical board, past master of the Masonic Lodge, and
Okay, I think your time has elapsed. That's a lot. Thank you. And next we have Commissioner Tawana Henderson.
Good evening, and thank you, Madam Moderator. My name is Tawana Henderson, and I'm running for re-election for the Board of Commissioners for Mint Hill. It has been my honor to serve for the past 2 terms because I am a true public servant at heart and a proud Mint Hill resident. I understand that local government is where our values meet our everyday lives. In Mint Hill, our everyday concerns are clear: how we grow without losing the character of the town that we love, how we invest in infrastructure that keeps us connected and safe, how we nurture small businesses that give Mint Hill its unique voice and vitality. So thank you all for being here, whether live or virtually, and being concerned about the great town of Mint Hill.
Thank you. And next we have Mr. Holton, Patrick Holton.
Hello, everybody. For those that don't know me, Patrick Holton. I am in my 3rd term as a commissioner here for the great town of Mint Hill. It's been my honor and privilege to not only serve the town, but be a small business owner in this town and a vessel for the people throughout my duration here to listen. They come through my business on a daily basis and ask questions. I encourage it. I enjoy it. I enjoy the interaction, and I look forward to the future as we go through with controlling growth in this town, making sure that we have a safe town, and keeping our town budget and taxes low as they are right now. I do appreciate the Mint Hills Women's Club for hosting this as always, and the League of Women Voters for moderating this too. And I appreciate everybody for being here. So thank y'all.
Thank you. Next, we have Mr. Long, Mr. Trey Long.
Thank you. My name is Trey Long. I am a lifetime resident of East Charlotte and Mint Hill. I'm a husband to my amazing wife of 18 years, and I have two sons, Tucker and Mac, and they are the reason I'm doing this. I'm here for people, and that's going to be the reason I serve, or the reason I wanted to be commissioner is serving people, smart policies, and strategic partnerships. I love this town. I want to preserve the history and character of this town. And I've met some amazing people through this process. Volunteered for about every small business and nonprofit you could think of in this area, and just absolutely look forward to serving. I want to thank the Mint Hill Women's Club for hosting this, and Ms. Ellsbury for being our moderator tonight. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And Mr. O'Brien is next. Mr. Patrick O'Brien.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Patrick O'Brien. I'm also running for Town Commissioner. I've been a resident of Mint Hill for over a decade, and I'll be honest, the reason initially that I ended up in Mint Hill was its close proximity to Uptown. But the reason why I stayed and I'm still here is because of the small town character of Mint Hill. It reminds me a lot of the town that I grew up in New York. I've spent over 30 years accounting and auditing, primarily in the financial services industry, but I think I have a very good understanding of the accounting processes for government accounting as well. So I bring those skills to the commission when I'm elected. And folks ask me, I guess, the reason why I'm running. Okay.
Do you want to finish your sentence? It's all right.
I believe in good governance, whether it's in the private sector or the public sector.
Thank you.
Sure.
And last but certainly not least, we're going alphabetically, is Mr. Matthew Swable.
Hello, my name is Matthew Schwabel. I'm been in Mint Hill my whole life, born and raised. Married for, 12 years, been with her for 22 years. I have a son. The main reason I'm running for this is so that I can keep Mint Hill the same as it was when I was here. I've loved it so much I never left. I sit on the Board of Adjustments for the town of Mint Hill. I volunteer with a lot of the organizations around here. I'm mainly known for my Christmas light display, which most of y'all have seen it, and you see the lights in the sky and so on. But I want to keep Mint Hill the same as it is. I want a smart growth. I don't want the population to outgrow our infrastructure. I want to keep it great. I want to say thank you for everyone for attending tonight, and thank you to the Women's Club.
Thank you, Mr. Swable. If you all would like to encourage the candidates by giving them a hand for great opening statements. Thank you. And now we'll move to our questioning round, and we will start with Mr. Dalton. We're going alphabetically. First question. What qualities do you possess that you believe would make you a successful leader for the town of Mint Hill?
My 10 years' experience. Within them 10 years, I have served on almost every single liaison committee that we have within the town. I've been involved in the last 4 years, Mayor Simmons has worked with me, being on with all the developer meetings and meeting with them and how to handle those. Being out within the people, each morning I'm out in the community having coffee at one of the restaurants in town. 6 o'clock, you meet me at Chick-fil-A or Jaybird's every morning, meeting people, same way at lunch, going to the chamber events and listening to all the business leaders. So over the past 10 years, I've done a really good job listening to the people.
Thank you. And same question to Ms. Henderson.
Thank you, Madam Moderator. I possess the skill sets of administration that are helpful, vision, casting, change management. I'm a licensed North Carolina attorney. I have the ability to work alongside with others. I think it's important. As commissioners, we are all individual persons who have one vote. So for us to be able to have change, we've got to be able to work together. I'm a collaborative leader who believes that us working together helps us to move Mint Hill further to the place that it needs to be.
Thank you. And next, we have Mr. Holton. Same question.
Thank you. I think with 3 years or 3 terms of experience right now, that's definitely helped. I know, speaking for myself, the first term, I was just trying to figure out where the bathroom was in this building. And now you never know everything, and every single situation that's thrown at us is different. So it's all been on-the-job training throughout this, which has been great. But I think one thing that definitely sets me apart and gets me an advantage is being accessible and having a small business right here in downtown. I'm there every day of the week, and people know it. I can't run and hide. I'm there. And I encourage them to come in and ask me their questions, share their concerns, because I would rather them to come and talk to me in person than get their facts and information from the internet. Yes. So, thank you.
No, thank you. Mr. Long, same question.
Starting with my professional experience, so I'm a national operations manager for regulatory and governance for a Fortune 500 company, right? So a lot of what I do for jobs is take policies, take governance, and how to execute those strategies. And that's served me well. It's taught me a lot. But that's on the professional level. The thing I am excited the most about is how I relate to people. Whether it be board members that you have to put a suit and tie on for in a forum like this, whether it be putting on a golf polo and understanding and relating to business owners, or whether it be putting jeans and boots on, like I did the other day in East Mint Hill, and I ended up petting goats for 30 minutes. It's just relating to people,
Thank you.
finding where they're at.
Thank you.
So,
Your
thank you.
time has expired. Thank you. And we go to Mr. O'Brien.
Sure. As I was alluding to earlier, I think my experience working in accounting, specifically in financial reporting, with managing teams that have a hard deadline for reporting, is a skill that I'll bring to the commission. Being able to work with people with different personalities, but still get forward and across the finish line for whatever the task is at hand.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Swable.
I've owned and operated a landscape business for 17 years. I feel like that helps me with my people connections, my personality. Also, the fact that this is my second time trying to run, and I learned a whole lot the first time. There was things I didn't know, and I've learned a lot more. Sitting on the board of adjustments has also taught me things and learned so I can learn. But I'm more of a people person. I'm not a suit and tie person. I'm not a politic person. I am a people person, and I'm here for the people. I want to know what they want, and I want to be able to listen to them because I got the same concerns as all the other people have. And I feel like I'm very approachable to talk to, and I love talking to them. Love it.
Okay, thank you. That completes the first question. We'll go now to the second question, which is, campaign promises are inevitable. Better roads, better schools, more sidewalks, and even aquatic centers are often promised on the campaign trail. How do you plan to deliver and finance your campaign promises. And we'll go to Ms. Henderson.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I can't make any promises. What I can promise is, what I can say is that I will come fully to represent the town, to work alongside the board, and to really engage with residents to hear what the concerns are. It's not like I'm not a Mint Hill resident, so I live here as well. So the concerns of the town are the concerns that I have as well. And so being able to be approachable is important. Residents can reach me via text and phone and at Forest Trail for coffee, but being accessible to be able to hear what the residents want is important. But I can't make any promises other than saying that my intent is to be here for the best interests of the town and its residents. And I'm a proud resident as well.
Thank you. Mr. Holton.
So basically, my campaign promises are the ones that I've maintained throughout my term here, and that's to do the best job that I can to control growth in this town, to ensure that our first responders are staffed and have everything that they need. I'd love to say I'm going to bring a fish camp here, which I hear consistently. I can't make that promise. I'd love to say we're going to put an amusement park over there on the edge of 485. We don't have it in the budget. I'm trying to do things as far as the community center goes and expand our first responders so we're safe here in the duration if I'm elected for another term.
Thank you. Mr. Long.
Quickly, can you repeat the question?
Oh, certainly. Campaign promises are inevitable. Better roads, better schools, more sidewalks, and even aquatic centers are often promised on the campaign trail. How do you plan to deliver and finance your campaign promises?
I would echo what Commissioner Henderson said. There's nothing to be promised. I'm going to focus on basically the first pillar of mine, and that's serving people. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a worker. I show up. I'm approachable. That's what you're going to get if I'm elected commissioner. You're going to get a commissioner that cares about you. And the second thing I want to touch on is smart policies, right? We all see the infrastructure, we all see the roads, and keeping tax rates low. And so that would be my my key policies there.
Okay, thank you. Mr. O'Brien.
Thank you. Well, I think the question about the aquatic center was definitely directed to me. And what I found was in our 2022 plan, there was a mention of some state grants that we might be able to avail ourselves of for financing that. I'd like to look into that. The idea, I guess, germinates from a thought that it would be more of an investment in youth in the town to have an aquatic center where we could develop strong swimmers who are competitive, would learn life-saving skills. It would facilitate exercise classes for seniors. So I would definitely like to explore that. On the issue of roads, I would definitely be an advocate for ensuring that the county is forthcoming with the funds that are raised from the increase in the sales tax that we can use to finish addressing some of the traffic problems and dangerous intersections within town.
Okay, thank you. And we go to Mr. Swable.
During the campaign, everybody says they're going to promise things to the people, but you really can't promise nothing, because if you're promising more stuff, then you're spending their money. I don't want to spend their money. I want to do what the people want to do to try to make it a town that they want to be in. For the sidewalks and stuff, instead of spending their money, try to get government grants to help us do our sidewalks so it's not coming out of our tax-paying dollars, because no one wants more taxes. No one wants higher taxes. So my goal is to do what the people want and focus on that and not focus on myself for it. Thank you.
Thank you. And lastly, Mr. Dalton.
Yes. Once elected, the first thing you do, you go to the school of government. And I'll never forget my first class. They said, you've come in, you've made all these campaign promises. Now, we're talking hundreds of people that come to this across the state. And we're going to let you know what you can do and what you can't do. And there's a lot more that we can't do than we can do. Our biggest job is to run the town. We take care of our police, our fire, our public works, and then the town staff, and making sure our government works within the town. All the things that we want, once you buy them, for example, the community center, it took years of planning to get that. Once we've got it, now we have to look at maintaining it. Getting a project or something approved is one thing, but once you get it, how are you going to keep it funded and keep running it? When we got our, oh, never mind.
Okay, thank you. That completes the second question. We'll go to the third question. It's a little bit complicated, so if anybody needs me to read it, again, I'll be glad to. And this will go first to Mr. Holton. Mint Hill has one of the largest undeveloped land areas in Mecklenburg County, with much of it available for by right development. Many of you have stated that you would slow down / stop development in Mint Hill. Please share your plan on how to do so. And Mr. Holton, sorry.
Gotcha. So you brought up by right development, and by right development, people can buy and sell land, and that's their right as a U.S. citizen to buy and sell land. And we've got code and ordinance put in place to where you can build without even having to come to the board and get approval, and that's by right. Now, when it comes to us for approval, there's so many other things. I could go on for way longer than a minute on what's required, but a lot of it comes down, we do have a lot of underdeveloped land. And when you start talking about sewer capacity, road infrastructure, things like that, it's impossible to even build on some of these parcels of land that are out there right now. So it's just, like I said, we look at every project individually and try to make the best decision that we can for the community and for the future of the community.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Long, would you like me to repeat the question, or are you good?
Sure.
Okay. Mint Hill has one of the largest undeveloped land areas in Mecklenburg County, with much of it available for by right development. Many of you have stated that you would slow down / stop development in Mint Hill. Please share your plan on how to do so.
You can't stop by right if it's zoned that way. What you can do is try to proactively look at. I love with the city overlay plan. You can try to make zoning sectors where you have a downtown plan. But if we're talking about undeveloped land, we're really looking at east. And one of the things that I look at is when we talk about infrastructure, a lot of people talk about sewer. And one of the things I'm a component of is I personally would like sewer at my house, but also I live in a sector in Mint Hill that is undeveloped, and I love that, right? So if you put sewer somewhere on that strip of land, you are just inviting development in, and same with roads too. So I think it's just we all want infrastructure, but what kind of infrastructure is huge.
Okay, thank you. And next, Mr. O'Brien.
Sure. I think I'd echo Patrick's sentiments and our other commissioners' sentiments that it cannot be stopped if development plans are within the zoning that we've already established for the town. But when we do have the opportunity, we want to make sure that the infrastructure is there or is part of the development plan for things like sewer, water, drainage, electrical capacity, that kind of thing.
Okay, Mr. Swable.
like the rest of them said, you can't stop the growth. You can't stop them building on it because they purchased the land. It's their land. But if we could change like where the lot sizes are larger, or if they had to have more common area, so instead of having a neighborhood that's 20 acres, they could only use 10 of that acres for housing, and the other 10 had to be common area or a park land. But that's the only way I could see to actually slow it down, because you can't just say you can't build a house here. You bought the land. But if we could slow it down that way by lot sizes, that would be the way to do it, I think.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Dalton?
We've already got a system somewhat in place, like everyone said. We cannot stop it, but we can control it, and we have. Within our downtown overlay, you can build up on quarter acre lot. Outside the downtown overlay, it's a half acre lot. And as Matt was saying, on a 10-acre lot, you could put 20 homes on it. So we've got systems into place. Mint Hill used to be a small farming community town, and over the years, people are getting out of the farming business. They wanted to sell their lots or sell their farms. This is how they make their retirement. And who are we to come in and say we want them to stop? And we can't tell them that, because actually the town can be sued by putting a moratorium on a project or a town growth without going through the state to get permission to do that.
Thank you. And Ms. Henderson?
Well, growth is inevitable. We're going to grow. However, I personally have no desire for Mint Hill to look like Charlotte. But smart growth is growth that we benefit from economically, socially, and aesthetically. And that's why I think it's important that we have leaders in place who have the experience and articulation to deal with developers, with NCDOT, as well as Charlotte Water and Mecklenburg County in general. As a licensed attorney, these are skill sets that I possess and bring to the board. I'm committed to working to help guide new developments to ensure that they align with our town's vision and our town's character.
Thank you. The next question, the fourth question, is another long one. So Mecklenburg County has a $12 billion need for road infrastructure, and every town and city will receive over $7 billion to help relieve the growth pressure should the 1-cent sales tax referendum pass. Mint Hill is estimated to receive $5.8 million in just the first year for improvements. Why or why not are you in favor of the 1-cent sales tax referendum? And we start with Mr. Long.
You gave me the good one tonight. So
Sorry.
start out with, being a fiscal conservative, I've never voted for a tax increase in my life. I'm fighting to keep municipal tax rates low. I think if you look at the history of our area, especially our town in relation to Mecklenburg County and Charlotte, we have got the raw end of the deal so many times with taxes, right? With ride shares, with we contribute to that. But it was a 50-50 thing, and I've been thinking about this for a while, but I'm 60-40 in favor, just because we cannot, if you look at what we're gaining from Mecklenburg County revenue into us versus not having to go up on property taxes, most of our roads are cut-through roads and people that are using it, so we can let them pay for it, help pay for it.
Okay, thank you. Next, Mr. O'Brien.
Yes, I am actually opposed to the increase in the sales tax. It's a regressive tax that affects the lower income section of our population and residents the most. And we are a compromise, frankly, in this plan, because the current transit plan doesn't really serve East Charlotte, Mint Hill, or Matthews. We won't get mass transit dollars here. The most we can hope for from this plan is to get money for road improvements. I would, as I said before, make sure that we get our proportionate share of those dollars should this plan go through. But we do have an alternative. We could raise the sales tax 1/4 of a cent rather than a cent and not be subject to the allocation percentage that's being imposed by the General Assembly.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Swable?
For it, I'm more against it to the fact that, I mean, I don't know what we'll get from it. They tell us all the time we're going to get something and we don't get nothing out of it. And if it goes up and then we don't get nothing out of it, then what do we got for it? An increase in our tax. I mean, groceries are already expensive. I don't want everything else to be more expensive, especially for the people that are on a lower income. I mean, it's already hard to get by, especially with rent, groceries, everything. And if it's a promise that we're going to get that $5 million, how do we know? Like, we've been told that we're going to get grants for sidewalks and stuff, and we haven't seen the sidewalks go in. We get told other things that, like the education lottery, that's supposed to help the school systems. The teachers are still struggling. They're not getting paid. The kids in the classroom aren't getting the stuff they need. But where's that lottery money going? And that's what it was told it was for. So for me, I'm more against it.
Thank you. Same question, Mr. Dalton.
Yes. First of all, I'm very glad that the state and county put it to the voters to whether they want it or not. I'm a member of the CARPO. I go to their meetings. Before, when we had COVID, the state of North Carolina lost millions of dollars in tax revenue because of the lack of driving. Then last year, we had Hurricane Helene come through. Earlier this year, the state let us know that they were $5 billion just to complete the damage from the hurricane last fall. We will not get any monies from the state for years to come for any road improvements. The only way we're going to get any kind of improvement for roads is through the 1 cent sales tax. So it's up to you. If you like the way our roads are, our sidewalks and our infrastructure, don't vote for it. If you if you would like to see something done, vote for it. It's up to you guys.
Okay, thank you. All right. I'm sorry, Ms. Henderson.
You can pass me
Skip
on
you,
that.
I'm sorry.
So, as we've said, the Mecklenburg County Commissioners voted in August, I believe, to place the countywide transportation tax, sales tax on a referendum on the November ballot, which means that it is for the voters to decide if they are in favor or against a 1 cent sales tax. As we've already said, if it's approved, it's been shown that Mint Hill will get revenues for roadway projects to the tune of about $5.8 million. Here's the thing, and we're talking about turn lanes for major roads, safety improvements at intersections, expansion of sidewalks. Mecklenburg County doesn't have a Plan B. So if it doesn't pass, they don't have a Plan B. If we want to see road improvements that we desperately need, monies are going to have to come from somewhere, and none of us really wants us to increase property taxes, which would increase by 10 to 11 cents to get that same amount of money.
Thank you. Last question, same question. Sorry, Mr. Holton.
So the sales tax referendum's been one that I'm asked and talk about on a daily basis, and I enjoy talking about it because I learned something, and hopefully I can share something that I know with someone else in regards to this. And ever since it came to light, I have been in full support of it being on the ballot for every individual voter to do their own research and vote for what best benefits themselves and their family. And there's a lot to this whole bill. So that's where you have to vote what is best going to benefit yourself and your family. I look at it from a town standpoint, the amount of money, we've got a lot of problems. Ash Plantation, left turn lane, Blair 485, stoplight down there. There's a lot of things that money could help. As a small business owner, do I want to see a tax rate go from 7.25 to 8.25? Absolutely not. So that's why it's great. It puts it in the hands of the voters. Make your own choice and do what's best for yourself and your family.
Okay, thank you. All right, we're on to the next question, and you'll be happy to know it's a much briefer one. What is your vision for Mint Hill over the next 5 years in terms of growth and development? And we'll start with Mr. O'Brien.
I think, as many of the others up here have said, we want to preserve the town kind of the way it is and shepherd the growth going forward in a smart way so that it doesn't exceed our existing infrastructure, or as we develop, we make sure that the infrastructure improvements are tied to that growth.
Okay, Mr. Swable, same question.
I want to keep the small town feel. And I know when I say that, everyone's going to say, no, it's not a small town no more. Yes, it's not. But yet when you go to the grocery store, you still know somebody in the store. If you go somewhere else, you still know somebody. It has that feel of home. As the growth, I mean, I want it to grow responsibly enough to where we're not stressing out everything and we're stuck in traffic for days at a time. But I just want to keep that same feel of it being home that I remember it to be. And that's what I would like.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Dalton?
We're going to have growth. I heard on a radio station a 3 months ago, on an average, 135 people move a day into Mecklenburg County. So we're going to have growth. We're going to have responsible growth. We've got things in place right now, as we were talking earlier, about the quarter-acre and half-acre lots, what we're allowed to build on. That includes developers. They have to follow the same rules and guidelines. As far as economic development and growth, that is something we look at constantly. Everybody always refers to it as the mall site up here off Lawyers Road. They're constantly coming to us. We've turned down 2 of their proposals so far. They haven't met our town's needs to where it wouldn't destroy our downtown with the traffic that it would bring through. But there is going to be more development coming in. Every time we meet with a developer, we ask them about bringing in some of the nicer steakhouses or restaurants that come in.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Henderson?
My vision would include helping to maintain, again, the character of the town. I mean, that's why we live here. We don't want to be Charlotte or any other place. And Mint Hill has a special character, which is why so many people want to come here. Investing in infrastructure that keeps us connected and safe. And again, nurturing small businesses, because our small businesses are what make Mint Hill what it is, and gives it its unique vitality and voice.
Thank you. Mr. Holton?
Well, I think it's pretty apparent. Mint Hill used to be kind of the hidden gem out here, and nobody knew about it, but the secret's gotten out. And people know about Mint Hill now, and they're flocking to Mint Hill now. One thing I do, I mean, I embrace everybody that comes into this town, whether they've been here for an hour or been here for 100 years. I try to treat them all the same and listen to what they have to say and get their input. 5 years to me is too short. I try to look things 10, 15, 20 years down the road because I want to make sure that if it's something as a sitting commissioner that has been approved, that 20 years down the road, it's not something that I regret doing.
Thank you. And Mr. Long?
I want to enhance Mint Hill, not change for the future, right? I think we've all heard that it's going to grow. We've done a great job of walling off the encroachment as much as we can from East Charlotte and the urban sprawl out there. I'm looking east. I'm looking at Midland, Locust, and what that's going to do, the growth out there, the east. We have a lot of open land out there. So, and with that, working with our neighboring towns for leverage, we have to start communicating better, especially on roadways and projects. It's not just our 40 houses, it's their 100 and it's their 600, and you know. So, and the last thing, we have to invest and keep the fire and police invested and to keep up with our growth. So that's huge for me because public safety and our crime rate is a huge issue for me.
Okay, thank you. On to the next question. What do you see as the top 3 priorities for our community in the next 2 years? How will you specifically address these priorities? And we start with Mr. Swable.
Fire is one and police is the second. I feel like we need another fire station out there in the Midland area. I've done the Explorers program with the police department, and they're struggling. They're struggling. The way it's zoned out, they don't have enough officers to patrol the amount of people we have in our town. I feel that they need more support. Third would be just like everyone has said, infrastructure and roadways. But my main 2 would be fire and police.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Dalton?
Yes. We're definitely going to have to build a new fire station off of Cabarrus Road. We were very fortunate that the men and ladies who are in charge of the volunteer fire department funds, when we had the volunteer fire department, have given us the property over off Cabarrus Road to build a fire station with the promise that we will put one out there in 5 years. So we got to honor that commitment and save the money and get that built. Also, our police department, we have to work very hard to keep our police officers. Charlotte last week made a comment that they were 300 officers short. They're going to be coming after our officers, and we want to be able to keep those. You know, we'd like to be able to say we can throw money at it and keep them. That's not a real thing. So we have to look at other avenues to be able to entice them to keep them here. And then also we got to work with our public works department. They do a whole lot of work in this town that don't get noticed until something doesn't get done. And their toys are very expensive.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Henderson?
I want to kind of piggyback on what Commissioner Dalton said, just in terms of a fire station. That's something that we definitely need to look at as a priority. As we've talked about, just our strategic infrastructure, looking at that. And again, that goes back to what we've been saying tonight, just looking at how do we manage that growth? How do we get ahead of it? How do we make the decisions that will keep us happy so that we're not frustrated? And then also our business growth, because I think, again, it's very important to make sure that we are looking at the business growth in our town, because that's what makes Mint Hill what it is to a large degree.
Thank you. Mr. Holton?
Top 3, huh?
Top 3.
Gotcha.
I can repeat the question if you like.
You're good.
Okay.
Definitely, I mean, the thing on everybody's mind is growth. And as a sitting commissioner, I think there's one thing that a lot of people don't realize: the amount of projects that never see the light of day, that are turned down before they even hit the light. You know, you see the ones that get approved, but there are so many that do not get approved, don't even make it up to this place here because they're stopped. So that's definitely number 1. As everyone else has said, our first responders are key. We've already got fire station number 3 in the works, which is huge to cover our outlying areas out there. One other thing to keep in mind too, it takes about 2 years to get a new fire truck. They're on back order apparently. So, and in lieu with that, number 3 would be maintaining our town's budget. And that also includes keeping our first responders' pay scale level with surrounding areas and making sure that we're competitive and we not only retain, but hire good quality candidates. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Long?
My top 3, as we've stated, is definitely roads and infrastructure. As we all see, the traffic, and we've kind of beat that dead horse tonight. With all that comes with that, we have to do something. We have waited on NCDOT for how long now, and it keeps getting pushed off and keeps getting pushed off. Second is, as I said, keeping crime low. So supporting our police, and I think our policy of not inviting apartments and multifamily, and you know, having bigger land size or lot size it definitely helps with that. And third is support businesses and nonprofits. Our businesses are the economic heartbeat of our community, and nonprofits are the social heartbeat of our community, and that would be mine.
Okay, thank you. And last to answer this question is Mr. O'Brien.
Sure. Top three. I would echo the same sentiment about dense growth overwhelming our infrastructure. That's definitely a problem that we need to address. And I think that the zoning that we have in place addresses that because we've definitely put a roadblock in front of apartment or condominium multi-dweller type development within town. Again, transportation safety, addressing the dangerous intersections that we have in town when we do avail ourselves of the additional funds that will be raised from the sales tax when it goes through. And the other thing I think we could benefit from is increased transparency and communication by the commission here to the members of the public, updating our website on a timely basis with the results of our meetings and keeping them open for the public to participate in.
Okay,
sorry.
thank you. I know it's hard to see the red part over there.
Yeah, my peripheral vision is not so good.
But you all have been so wonderful about being efficient and shepherding your time. I believe we have time for one more round. Is that right? Okay, yeah, I think we can work another round in it because
Let's
it's
do it.
been so great. Let's do it.
Come on.
Let's go, yeah. All right. How will you balance the need for new development with preserving our community and green spaces? And we go to Mr. Dalton.
Again, we've already got systems in place for that. As long as they follow the guidelines and the infrastructure that we've already got into place, it will take care of itself on that. It's our duty to be able to maybe look for what we would like. The biggest thing was when we have the developers come in, and a lot of them will come in, like Patrick was saying, they get shot down before they ever get even past the mayor's desk. But we want to bring people or buildings in that fit our town or fit the section of town. In other words, we don't want a big supermarket beside of a small place. You got to make it fit within the town, and a lot of times the developers don't understand that. They all make a comment, but it's going to be nice and it's going to be pretty. Wall buildings are nice and pretty when they're first built. You got to look 10, 20 years down the road is what we always have to look at the long haul, what's going to be best for our town.
Thank you. Ms. Henderson, do you need me to repeat the question? Or?
Yes, if you can.
Yeah, I will. How will you balance the need for new development while preserving our community and green spaces?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Again, we have developers that come to us, and I think one of the things that the board has been really good at is really looking at what's in the best interest of the town. It may not always seem like that, but we really do think about what's in the best interest of the town, particularly long-term. And so we are very intentional about looking at where things are going to be 10, 15, 20 years from now, thinking very strategically as it relates to the growth of the town, but also maintaining, again, the character of the town, and recognizing with our green space, our parks, the things that we have in place that we value to be able to keep the town as rich as it is.
Thank you. Mr. Holton?
You bet. I think when you look at this, it's not just about housing development. It's look at what the town has developed. And in my tenure here, I mean, we've got Founders Park up on Brief Road that just opened up last year. Beautiful dog park, kids playground out there. We've got a totally refurbished Veterans Park out there with turfed fields, LED lights. There's kids out there playing on it right now, I guarantee you. The tennis courts and pickleball courts that have been put in. We've got the new community center, which is long awaited, which will hopefully be opening up beginning of next year, along with Mecklenburg County's biggest splash pad. And speaking of Mecklenburg County, they're building a giant park in green space right down 51 known as Ezel Park. So I think when you look at development and green space things that we have going on here, we have a lot going on here, and we've done a lot so far, and there's still a lot more to come.
Thank you. Mr. Long?
I echo that. It's real simple. As Dale said, stick to policies. You know, we already have it laid out, right? Squeeze everything we can out of developers, right? Hold them accountable, and squeeze everything you can out. Fight for grants, our park and green spaces. I, for one, am so grateful for, as Patrick said, what we have today. Veterans Park and the whole refresh on that, and having turf out there, the lights that have come into MHAA, Founders Park, and I love Ezel Park. It's partial to me. It's built on my old family land, so I was so happy to see that a county park's being built there instead of more development. So I'm definitely in favor for it.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes, I guess I'd also like to echo the sentiment that I'm very grateful for the green spaces that we have in town. I've availed myself of them since I've moved here. I enjoy them on a weekly basis. And I think we should continue to improve upon them. As I said, we could probably add an aquatic center to that if the funding is available. But also in terms of development, I think, as we've said many times, the zoning rules that are in place, especially the half-acre zoning for residential development, will basically keep a lot of these spaces to the kind of development that we're looking for, rather than the super dense apartment type or condominium type development that will overwhelm, frankly, a lot of our infrastructure in town.
Thank you. And the last question goes to you, Mr. Swable.
After attending some of the commissioner meetings, I know that our plans we have in progress that already help with the green spaces, and we hold the builders accountable for the green spaces. As a landscaper, I think the green spaces are great. We just need to make sure that the developers continue to do the green spaces and then control the runoff water and storm water, so that that's not a problem issue either. But yeah, with the green space, that's what we need. We need more of that.
No time to ask the question that I had about culture and why does Mint Hill appear to anger so when I advocate against rape and incest? Can we ask that question, please? Can we please ask that question?
No, not tonight. Not tonight. That wasn't
I'll
on the
leave.
agenda.
You can always ask the candidate after.
I'll leave.
All right.
You guys decided not to ask it. You didn't think it was important.
Okay. I said drama, didn't I? Instead of democracy, so I was prescient, I guess. Okay, we're ready to go to the candidates' closing statements. Each candidate is allotted 1 minute respectively, and we'll begin with Mr. Dalton.
I'd like to thank the Mint Hill Women's Club for hosting the public candidate forum again. They've done this for I don't know how many years, but this makes my 11th one, so thank you. When I first moved to Mint Hill, I started immediately coming to the town hall meetings. Ted Biggers was the mayor, and I let it know very quickly that I was interested in becoming involved into town and wanted to become a commissioner one day. And his first response was, "Why? What are you mad about?" Nothing. I like it. I want to keep it the way it is. Everybody, it's an old saying, I love Mint Hill. Well, we all love Mint Hill, or we wouldn't be up here wanting to do what we want to do. It goes deeper than that. You've got to really want to get involved and work. People ask me, how much time does it take? How much you want to give it? I mean, it can take up your whole day, or it can take an hour or 30 minutes a day, whatever you want to give it.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Henderson.
Well, I want to thank the Mint Hill Women's Club and you, Madam Moderator Suzanne Ellsbury, and the League of Women Voters for their hard work, and for everyone taking time to participate tonight. I've had the honor of serving the town over the past 2 terms. tackling both everyday needs and long-term goals with accountability and transparency. I have listened to concerns which have helped guide my work, and your support makes progress possible. I'm asking for your vote so that I can keep serving the town of Mint Hill. You can learn more about me and my platform at Henderson for Mint Hill. That's in Henderson with a 4, minthill.com. Early voting began today at the Mint Hill Library. It extends through Saturday, November the 1st. Election day, of course, is Tuesday, November the 4th. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. And Mr. Holton?
Again, thank you to the Mint Hill Women's Club and the League of Women Voters for being here tonight and having this for us. Let me say to everybody in the room, and if you're watching online, this is my 4th time doing this. It's not easy, and I applaud everybody up here because we don't know what questions are coming at us. So there's not really any way to prepare. So definitely take that into account. I've enjoyed serving the past 3 terms. It's been great to be a vessel for the community and to be an outlet and a voice for the people out here. I'll continue to be a voice if reelected again, and I ask for your vote between now and November 4th for Patrick Holton. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. O'Brien? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Long.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Looking out for you.
Thank you again to the Mint Hill Women's Club and for moderating for us tonight as well. Thank you. Thank you. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Even though you skipped me. Thank you to the residents of Mint Hill, the ones that are here present in Town Hall and the ones that are live streaming. I've had an amazing couple months of just going through this process and learning and talking to you guys, understanding where pain points are and where we're going. So this has been a great experience. I'm going to keep it simple. Let's keep Mint Hill safe, sane, and small. Right? I mean, it's not hard. Let's stick to our policies. Let's keep taxes low. And I ask for your vote for myself to be a future leader here in Mint Hill that will absolutely work for you. Thank you.
And now, Mr. O'Brien.
Thank you.
It's your turn.
Thank you. I'd also like to thank the Women's Club for this forum and the opportunity to speak to the community and get their feedback. I think good governance isn't easy, but it's worth it to build a town that we'll all be proud to live in and raise our families in. I promise if you elect me, I'll lead responsibly and reflectively as Mint Hill grows and grapples with the issues that we've discussed tonight. So I'd appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Swable.
First, I want to say thanks to Women Club for hosting this event. I'm a proud, lifelong Mint Hill resident. Been here my whole life, love it. Being here my whole life, I've been able to enjoy many things and different things. Like as a husband of a special education teacher, I've been the son of a Vietnam veteran, best friend's a police officer. I've learned all kinds of things. But with that saying, I want everyone to feel safe in the town. Like that lady that just left that was angry. I mean, I hear you. I want everyone to be safe. I don't want people to have to feel that they need to come here to make something like that. I want all of Mint Hill to be safe. And I feel we are a safe town. But for that, just want to say thank you, and I appreciate your vote.
Thank you. And I think we should give them a big hand. On behalf of the League of Women Voters of Charlotte-Mecklenburg, I thank the candidates. You do a service to your voters. Thanks to our audience for attending this important event. I think we all learned a lot tonight. We're all a lot more knowledgeable about the issues and the candidates. And I would also like to thank and recognize Paige McKinney for her superb job as timekeeper. We also thank the Mint Hill Town Hall for the generous use of this facility. And finally, appreciation goes to the Mint Hill Women's Club for sponsoring this event. Please cast your vote for the candidates of your choice. And remember, you'll need your ID to vote in this election. I'll now recognize Donna Phillips for the closing remarks. Oh, I'm sorry.
It is totally fine. Thank you again for coming. We really appreciate all the community members, the candidates who took their time to come out tonight. If one of your questions was not answered that you submitted, please feel free to go on the website of each of the candidates and contact them directly. And remember to go out and vote. Have a good night.